Okay, so yeah, I'm not dead yet. Still alive. I've just had a long break. Not that I don't think anybody cares anymore, but I'm gonna finish this Silent Hill 2 playthrough anyway. It's been a while since my last playthrough, like my last session playing this game for YouTube. I didn't want a playthrough to be on my channel unfinished, so here I am finishing Silent Hill 2. It's like I really need to get around to finishing Fatal Frame and the first Uncharted game. Those are other playthroughs which I haven't really finished. Anyway, so here I am, I'm right at the Eddie boss fight, and there are some games coming up that I want to do a playthrough of, being released soon, so that's why I've suddenly decided to get a move on with Silent Hill 2 and finally finish it. Okay, so we're at the Eddie boss fight, and hopefully I can pull off the little cool trick, which will basically end the boss fight immediately. I'll give it a go.
Eddie, what are you doing? What does it look like? He always busted my balls. You fat, disgusting piece of shit. You make me sick. Fat ass, you're nothing but a waste of skin. You're so ugly, even your mama don't love you. Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead. And the corpse can't laugh. From now on, if anyone makes fun of me, I'll kill him. Just like that.
Eddie, have you gone nuts?
I knew it. You too. You're just like him, James.
Hey, I didn't mean anything.
Don't bother. I understand. You've been laughing at me all along, haven't you? Ever since we first met. I'll kill you, James!
I love how suddenly they throw you into the gameplay, and I think oh wait, we may have it, yeah. This is like a little trick you can do with the boss fight. All you do is just keep attacking with the pipe, and Eddie can't even hit you. That's kind of silly, but you know. The boss fight isn't over yet. It's like, there's two phases to the boss fight. That's the first half, or the first phase, whatever you want to call it. Second phase is a lot longer, and it's a lot more difficult to exploit, so more likely than not, you're just gonna fight Eddie in his second phase a legit way.
Do you know what it does to you, James? When you're hated, picked on, spit on, just because of the way you look, after you've been laughed at your whole friggin' life. That's why I ran away after I killed the dog. Ran away like a scared little girl. Yeah, I killed that dog. It was fun. It tried to chew its own guts out. Finally died all curled up in a ball. Then he came after me. I shot him too, right in the leg. He cried more than the dog. He's gonna have a hard time playing football on what's left of that knee.
You think it's okay to kill people? You need help, Eddie.
Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. You and me are the same. We're not like other people. Don't you know that? Let's party!
Okay, I've completed this game a lot, but I'm not quite sure what the best strategy is for Eddie exactly. I mean, as far as I just kind of shoot him until he's dead. I mean, the controls in Silent Hill 2 don't exactly, they're not exactly suited for like combat segments. I mean, obviously you can hide behind these like pieces of meat to avoid his attacks, well, his gunshots, but I don't know, the controls are a bit too slow, sluggish and stiff for that. I mean, the combat in this game isn't exactly spectacular, but obviously it's not supposed to be. Like, I do think, I am one of those people who think gameplay is more important than the story, but Silent Hill 2 is one of the exceptions where I'm like, the story is so good that it's kind of worth going through the gameplay. Actually, having said that, I do like the gameplay of Silent Hill. I do want to get that out there. I mean, it's simple, typical survival horror stuff where you're just trying to find keys to open doors and avoiding enemies, but I don't know, I find that kind of entertaining. And Eddie is dead. See, I didn't really use much of a strategy there. I was kind of just standing around shooting him until he died, hoping he would die before I did.
I killed a human being. A human being. Mary. Did you really die 3 years ago?
That's another really cool thing about Silent Hill 2 is that I think the act of taking the act of killing someone or taking the life of another human being is something which the game kind of makes you feel. I mean, I know you should feel that anyway, but because of like, for example, take games like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed where you just slaughter hundreds and hundreds of people, you don't really give a shit. I mean, most of them are just mindless drones, so you're not really supposed to, I guess. But here in Silent Hill 2, there's very few human characters, so even though like Eddie was a crazy asshole and a serial killer, you still kind of, you know, when you do kill him, you're still kind of like, I think it's partially due to James's reaction, I guess. And like I said, there's very few human characters in the game, so it makes, when one of the characters do die, it does kind of like impact you. And of course, it's a survival horror game, so obviously when a person dies, it's something which, you know, you should kind of feel the impact, I guess. Here we go, just go row of boats to the hotel. Not exactly exciting to watch. I did get the Platinum Trophy for this game. After I beat it, I went onto the PS3 version to get the Platinum Trophy. I'm a bit of a trophy whore like that. I've got to get like all the trophies for the games I own. And getting the Platinum Trophy wasn't easy. Basically, to get the Platinum Trophy, you have to complete the game on the hardest difficulty while fulfilling a criteria. Which is, it's something like you have to beat the game within 3 hours. You can't take more than 5 life bars of damage. You have to complete the game on the hardest difficulty. You have to kill 75 enemies with melee attacks. You have to kill 75 enemies with firearms, I believe. And there's also something like you have to pick up 150 items throughout the game. Or 175 items, something like that. And it's like, doing one of those things in one playthrough by themselves is okay, but when you have to do every single one of those things in one playthrough, it's, especially within the 3-hour time limit, it gets pretty intense. And you can only save the game 3 times. Of course, if you die in this game, you have to reload your last save, so basically you only have 3 checkpoints throughout the whole entire game. That Eddie boss fight that I just did there was insane on the hardest difficulty, because like I said, you have to beat the game without losing more than 5 health bars of damage, which it's easier said than done in that Eddie boss fight. Because like, obviously the combat is really stiff. This game doesn't exactly have the best combat, so that Eddie boss fight is really tricky. Oh, and this boat stage, sure, controlling the boat stage, this boat right now is really easy. You just push the analog stick in the direction you want the boat to go. But on the hardest difficulty, you have to rotate the analog stick to rotate the boat. So if you want to turn right, you have to rotate the left analog stick. And if you want to go left, you have to rotate the right analog stick. But if you want to go straight on, straight forward, you have to rotate both analog sticks at the same time, which is easier said than done. Because if you rotate one analog stick faster than the other, then the boat will start to steer off in the direction in which you are rotating faster. Maybe I'm not explaining this too well, but basically controlling this boat on the hardest difficulty is a nightmare. And also, if you want to get that platinum trophy, you also have to complete this boat stage within 90 seconds. It might sound easy, but with those like weird controls, trust me, it's pretty challenging. I'll leave it at that. I mean, take my word for it. Those of you who have actually done it and are watching this video, I'm sure you can sympathize. But holy shit, it's so rewarding and satisfying when you get that platinum trophy. When you do all those things to fulfill the criteria. I mean, there's no bullshitting with this game to get that platinum trophy. There's no exploiting. You have to get good at the game in order to do it. I mean, you've just got to know like the best strategy with the bosses, the enemies. You got to know the shortest route throughout the game to beat the time limit. You got to know where all the item pickups are. It's really rewarding when you do it. Like, I know this game like the back of my hand because of it. Okay, so over here is a music box. For this next section, I just picked her up. But for this next section, you have to pick up 3 music boxes. They're kind of hidden throughout the hotel. So before you can progress to the final part of the game, you have to find the 3 music boxes. I just picked up one of them. On the first time I played through this game, I went into the hotel immediately. I did look at the fountain, but I didn't notice there was a music box on the fountain. We got a map of the hotel here. So I went immediately into the hotel, missing that music box, and I didn't realize, obviously I didn't realize the music box was there. So I spent a very long time. I found the other 2 music boxes in this hotel. And I didn't realize there was one outside, so I was searching the hotel for ages trying to find the 3rd music box. Eventually I resorted to looking up a guide online, and I was like, oh wow, there's one outside. That's basically what happened on my first playthrough.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you did.
You're here to find Mary, aren't you, James? Well, have you?
No. Is that why you're here too?
She's here, isn't she? If you know where she is, tell me. I'm tired of walking.
I wish I knew.
But she said it in her letter.
What letter?
Wanna read it? But don't tell Rachel, okay?
Who's Rachel?
She was our nurse. I took it from her locker.
I like that little line there where it says he doesn't laugh much, but underneath he's a really sweet person. It kind of, I don't know, it sounds like something real. Like it sounds like a real way someone would describe another person. Like it kind of makes James feel, you know, a bit more real to me.
I turned 8 last week.
As a character.
So, Mary,
And it's just a simple line, but I always thought it was a nice little character thing.
Is this the quiet, beautiful place she was talking about?
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. That's why I'm here. Maybe you'll get it if you see the other letter. The one, Mary. Huh? I must have dropped it.
Laura!
I gotta find it.
Laura!
And speaking of things which only... speaking of things which you may not notice on your first playthrough, I didn't notice this until I beat the game a bunch of times, but... where is it? Mary's letter, of course you get it at the start of the game. You can read it, but if you read it throughout the course of the game. As you can see right now, there's nothing on the letter. At the start of the game, the letter is obviously, you know, well, it's the letter. It has the writing on it. But if you keep reading the letter throughout the course of the game, it gradually begins to disappear. All of the words on it begin to disappear. And now we are at pretty much at the end of the game. There's nothing on the letter. So I think that's just like a cool little touch. One of many things in the game which you may not notice the first time you play it. I certainly didn't. Like, I'm sure this is common knowledge to, you know, the fans of the series, but maybe if you're watching this video and you don't know much about the game, or you've never played the game before, well, there you go, there's a little fun fact for you. Okay, so we've got the fish key, and now we've got to find the other two music boxes, and now this place is crawling with abstract daddies. They're not as tough as to kill the boss. They're not as tough as, like, the boss fight with Abstract Daddy, with Angela, but they can do some damage to you. So there's that videotape, we've got to find that as well. One thing which I'm not 100% certain on is, of course, the monsters that James sees are supposed to be symbolic to his sins and whatnot, his flaws. So my question, what I don't really understand is why he's seeing Abstract Daddy, all these Abstract Daddies crawling around. Of course, they're supposed to be symbolic to Angela. They're supposed to represent her father raping her as a kid. So why is James seeing them right now? That's one thing I never quite understood. I'm guessing because he encountered Angela, perhaps her version of Silent Hill is starting to blend in with his. Maybe that's the explanation, which I can buy that, I can accept that. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. It's just one thing I never got, like, I never really looked online. It's one thing which I never found out for certain. But I guess that kind of makes sense. It's basically Laura's version of Silent Hill kind of leaking in. No, I mean Angela's version of Silent Hill leaking into James's version. So now he's starting to see a little bit of what she sees. So I'm pretty sure they, oh well, no, I don't think they're symbolic to James. Like, I guess, I don't know. I can't really speak right now because they would spoil the twist of the game. Having said that, I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video knows the twist of the game by now. It's one of those things, kind of like Bruce Willis being a ghost the whole time. It's just one of those things in pop culture which, like, everyone knows. I mean, you know, it's a game. Games obviously aren't as mainstream as movies, so not every... I don't know. I guess it's not as big as Bruce Willis being a ghost the whole time, but it's still quite, you know, quite a famous twist. Well, in terms of video games, it's probably the most famous twist of all time. I don't think there's anything in this room aside from some ammo. Like, there's nothing mandatory in here, I don't think. Yeah, shotgun shells, that's really it. Should I talk a little bit about Silent Hills as well, the new game which was supposed to come out? It's funny because the first time I recorded this, I was talking about how excited I was about the new Silent Hills, and well, it's kind of sad. If it was kind of sad just thinking about me being really excited about that game, because of course nowadays that game's been cancelled, so it's like it's a shame. And for those of you who don't know Silent Hills, well, I don't know, everyone knows about that game, right? If you're watching a playthrough of Silent Hill 2, surely you know about Silent Hills. I guess I don't really need to talk about that. I mean, I was obviously excited as hell for it. I love Kojima, Kojima's work in the Metal Gear Solid series. It's my favourite game series of all time. Del Toro, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I don't know, I wasn't too fond of Pacific Rim. Pan's Labyrinth is a great movie, but the guy knows how to design monsters, I'll give him that, so I was excited to see it. So obviously that goes hand in hand with Silent Hill. It would be cool to see him work on a Silent Hill game because he would be able to design some really cool monsters, you would think. Kojima knows how to fuck with the player, like Silent Hill. They always have those kind of moments where they turn into a horror game, every single Metal Gear Solid game. Like all of the Metal Gear games, they turn into like a horror game for a little bit. They always have their spooky moments. Like Arsenal Gear in Metal Gear 2, Psycho Mantis, The Sorrow. Screaming Mantis I thought was kind of spooky. I don't think a lot of people would think that. Okay, but you know, it's just a shame. I mean, we don't get like big AAA horror games nowadays, and it seems as time goes on and on, we're gonna get less and less AAA horror games. I mean, the most recent AAA horror game that we got was Evil Within and Alien Isolation, both of which that I liked. I loved Alien Isolation a lot more than the Evil Within. The Evil Within I liked too, though. But it seems like big AAA horror games, high budget horror games, they seem to become. It looks like they're becoming a thing of the past. We won't be seeing much of them nowadays, which is a shame. So yeah, it's a shame that Silent Hills isn't happening, thanks to Konami moving on to slot machines and mobile games. It's a shame. I don't know, like some people think maybe we will see Silent Hills one day in the future, but I really doubt it. It looks like it's a pipe dream at this point. Okay, so at this point the elevator has a weight limit, and you gotta basically put every item you have onto this shelf, so this way you can get on the elevator without setting off the weight limit. See, if you try to move, it's like, hang on, you're supposed to go in the basement. Not working because of the weight limits. So you have to put all your items on this shelf. The first time I played this game, I experimented a lot. I was doing stuff like putting every item on the shelf except for 1 or 2 weapons, or putting every item on the shelf except for 1 or 2 health items, or putting every item on the shelf except for my keys. And the thing is, if you put everything on the shelf, if you put everything on the shelf and then you want to take like, you can't take a specific item back off the shelf. Like, as you see here, retrieve everything from the shelf. That's the only option the game gives you. So if you want to experiment, like for example, if you put every item on the shelf except for the key, and then you wanted to try putting every item on the shelf except for a health potion, you would have to retrieve everything from the shelf, and then you would have to go through the tedious bullshit of putting every item back on the shelf except for the key or the health potion or whatever item you want to try. Because I was thinking maybe I can go in the elevator without. I was thinking maybe I can go in the elevator, but keep 1 key or 1 health potion. I mean, this part of the game was kind of unnerving because you've relied so much on your supplies, like your ammo, your health potions, your keys, your torch as well, especially. So it's kind of nerve-wracking abandoning all of your items here. But thankfully there's only like 1 or 2, it's basically scare tactics, there's only like 1 or 2 enemies in this section, and then you can get all your items back, so it's kind of like a scare tactics. Although you're abandoning all of your items, it turns out there's not really any enemies that you have to worry about. And they're like 1 or 2 enemies that they are, you can just run right past them. They're just standard generic enemies. It's not as if Pyramid Head's gonna walk around the corner and like mess you up. Okay, so here's the videotape, and now we just gotta get the 2 music boxes. Oh yeah, we got the can opener, of course. We'll be needing that later. There's a music box around the corner here. There's a few optional rooms here that I'm gonna skip. I mean, there's nothing of interest in the rooms. There's no enemies or anything. I mean, there's ammo and health potions, but I don't really need them. I'm kind of fully stocked. So there's the Snow White music box. I believe the Little Mermaid music box is coming up next. That's the 3rd and final one. It's either the Little Mermaid one or the Cinderella one. I know I haven't made the video in a long time. It's really, I don't know, I just, like, I want to make videos, but at the same time, I don't know, I kind of gotta be in the mood for it, I guess. I do like making videos, and I do want to, but at the same time, I feel, I gotta be in the mood for it. It's kind of weird, I'm not, like, I don't want to go all emo and say I'm depressed or anything, like, that's a bit extreme. It's just like, but at the same time, I don't want to say like I can't be bothered or anything like that, because I want to, like I said, but it's just like I gotta be in the mood to do it. Like I don't want to be recording when I don't really feel enthusiastic, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're practically out of the basement now. Just got to put this light bulb on the lights. Oh, my health is kind of low there. It kind of looks red. Kind of hard to tell since the room I'm in is also red. But the controller wasn't vibrating anyway, so it's not as if my health was that low. Right, yeah, the elevator is by here, and I wonder, can we use it right now? Or does the weight limit go off? I've never tried to use this elevator. I've always headed straight upstairs. Nope, it's not letting me use it, I don't think. Okay, never mind. Some mannequins. Obviously the easiest enemy in the game to run past. Like when they attack you, it takes like a full second for them to swing their arms at you, so as long as you're always running, they're never going to hit you. Well, none of the enemies in the game are really difficult to get past. I mean, I think it's more of a matter of patience. Like when I'm in the hospital, and of course the hospital is crawling with the nurses, it's like, can I be bothered to shoot them and then kill them? Like, can I be bothered to knock them to the floor? Or am I just going to run straight past them and take a hit? So Silent Hill 2 is pretty easy, but from what I understand, Silent Hill 3 is supposed to be really, really difficult. Like, you're low on ammo throughout the whole entire game, apparently, in Silent Hill 3. You know, the monsters are really tough, they take a lot of damage to kill, etc, etc. As opposed to this game where, you know, the enemies are easy to avoid, you always have shitloads of ammo. It's not much of a problem. So we just gotta get back to that room with the suitcase now. Oh. Surprised the abstract daddies are still dead. Like sometimes the enemies respawn if you leave the area. Like if you kill an enemy, leave the area and come back. Sometimes the enemies have respawned, but I guess not in that case. No complaints from me. I'd prefer if they stay dead. Okay, so here we go. We've got to put a paint thinner on the picture to get a combination. You might be saying, if you've completed this game a million times before, why can't you remember the combination? The combination does not stay the same. The combination always changes. There's like a lot of different possibilities. There's like, I don't know, 50 different possibilities for the combination. In this case it's time. I mean, I could sit there and just try and you know, do every single combination possible, but where's the fun in that? It's just quicker to just go through the game and just... So I guess that adds to the replay value as well. Sometimes, you know, the combination is always different. I don't know, like it might be the same if you play the game a lot, but you have no way of telling like what the combination is going to be. You just gotta play the game normally, get the combination as you would the first time around. Alright, so we're moving on to the final part of the game here. This bit, basically you got to put the music box. There's 3 slots here for the music box. You have to put the music boxes in the right slots. I didn't realize there was 3 slots the first time I played the game. So I put the music box in this slot here, and I was like, okay, so now what? I didn't realize you could put the other 2 music boxes in the other 2 slots. So I spent a while trying to figure out what to do. I eventually looked online and realized that there were 2 other slots to put the other 2 music boxes in. So what's this one? See the princess who awoke from death. That's Sleeping Beauty, right? I believe. Snow White, Cinderella. No. Who awoke from death. Well, I'm guessing that's Snow White. She ate the poison apple, right? So. See the princess who fled at midnight. Obviously Cinderella. And then the final one is the Little Mermaid. What's the hint for that? See the princess who spoke no words. You know, I'm not very familiar with the Little Mermaid story. In fact, I'm not familiar with her story at all. I have no idea like how it goes. I think I've seen the movie once as a kid, but I remember nothing about it. I vaguely remember what the villain looks like. I remember the yellow fish and the crab. and the main character. That's really all I remember. I have no idea what that movie is about. I'm actually not too familiar with like any of the stories, classic Disney stories. Only a few of them. Like I vaguely know Snow White. I know Cinderella. I have no idea what the hell happens in Alice in Wonderland and Pinocchio. Like I did see these movies as a kid, but I really don't remember much about them. I think it's funny. Like as a kid, most people watch stuff like Wizard of Oz or Alice in Wonderland, or you know, stuff like that. I did watch that stuff as a kid, but I also watched things like Hellraiser or A Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or Halloween. You know, I grew up on like classic horror movies like that. Yeah, I turned out okay. I'm not a psycho or anything, right? So you know, horror movies do nothing. Okay, so here we go, the big twist reveal. Got a television, the VCR. All we got to do is slot the videotape in the VCR. Here comes the big twist, which I had ruined for me the first time I played the game.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please come to me. Do you hate me? Is that why you won't come? James,
That voice!
James. Please hurry.
I know the twist of, you know, the main character was the person who killed, like, you know, when there's a movie or a book or a TV show or game or whatever, where the story is something like the character's investigating the death of a loved one or the death of anyone in general, the twist that the main character was the one who killed them. I know it's kind of like a cliche twist, but I do feel as if Silent Hill 2 does it really well. And I don't know, maybe back when this game was released, that twist wasn't so cliche or common. Okay, so we're entering like the very final stages of the game here. And speaking of my favourite part of the game, I'm not too sure. I would say either this hotel sequence or maybe the apartments. Like, when I look online, from what I can gather, most people seem to hate the apartments. Everyone always seems to bitch about them. They seem to say like, oh, it's slow and boring. Like, nobody seems to like the apartments. But I disagree. I know, personally, I like the apartments. A lot of people seem to hate them. Hate the apartments, like, level or sequence or chapter, area, whatever you want to call it. The part that I don't really like is the hospital sequence. I don't mind, like, it's okay at first, but when you enter the otherworld version of the hellish version of the hospital, I feel as if it's, I don't know, I just find it very aggravating to navigate because you have to keep going back to the elevator every time you want to change the floor. And I just find it like really irritating. Like, I don't know, there's something about the layout of the level design which just really irritates me. So yeah, I'm not too fond of the hospital. Don't get me wrong, the first time I played the game I didn't mind because it's the first time I played the game. But it's one of those things where when you play it, when you're on multiple playthroughs, it feels... And you know the layout of the level, it feels like very aggravating to me, like knowing the layout and how annoying it is to navigate. That's just my personal feelings. I know most people seem to hate the apartments. But hey, I'm a fan of them, I like them. I like them more than the hospital, I'll say that. Okay, we got my second favourite cutscene in the whole game coming up here. My favourite cutscene in the whole game is when you're speaking to Mary. Maria, sorry, when you're speaking to Maria and she's on the other side of the, you know, the prison bars in the labyrinth. But this is my second favourite coming up here with Angela. Here we go, it's coming up right through this door. I love this cutscene. That music as well, it's great.
Mama! Mama, I was looking for you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away? not my mama. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James, give me back that knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No, I'd never kill myself.
I think that's interesting because towards the start of the game you get the knife, and throughout the whole entire game you have it in your inventory, and you're wondering what the hell is this for, and then it's basically used for this in this cutscene. That's the payoff, which I think is pretty cool.
It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
Man, what a beautiful cutscene. This game, man, it's just all too perfect. I hate how a lot of people take her voice acting for like bad voice acting. Which I made that same mistake the first time I played the game at the very start, but you know, you gradually begin to realize she's supposed to be like a really damaged individual, you know? Like she's basically, she kind of has the mindset of a child, basically, because she was so traumatized when her father was raping her as a kid. So it's no wonder she speaks and acts like that. Like, it's not bad voice acting, of course, you know, it's completely intentional. Of course, the realization as well that everyone has their own version of Silent Hill in this game. She sees fire everywhere because of, you know, when she burned down her house to kill her father. Of course, James sees all of these monsters. I'm not sure what Eddie exactly sees for his version of Silent Hill. Of course, Laura, the little girl, Silent Hill appears to be a normal town to her because, well, she's just a little girl, so it's not as if she's exactly committed any sins. Here we go, we got the Pyramid Head boss fight coming up, the final boss fight. Well, with the Pyramid Heads. It's another boss fight after this.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
The first time I played this, I was really surprised to see 2 Pyramid Heads as well. It's like, what? I always assumed Pyramid Head was just like a one thing. Like, a singular kind of thing, but nope. Apparently there's multiple, it turns out. I also like how he doesn't have his great sword here because you took it earlier on in the game. And I said his as if it was one, but of course there's 2. I love that music as well. It's really enchanting, it's very I don't want to use the word epic because it's really lame. I can't really think of any other words though right now. But yeah, that music is really kick-ass. Not exactly a tough boss fight, but in the context of the story, it feels very like the boss fight itself in terms of the gameplay isn't exactly spectacular, but in terms of the story, in context to the story, the boss fight is very it's exciting in context to the story, not so much in terms of gameplay. Like I said, I'm a guy who prefers gameplay over story, but Silent Hill 2 is an exception to the rule. It's the story is really perfect. I mean, the story in this game it's so tight, it's so tightly knit. I mean, like, can you get any more perfect with a story for a movie or a game or anything like that? Like, out of all the movies, games, and books out there, this is gonna be like one of the best stories ever told. And it's the way it's told as well. Like, it's not purely through cutscenes. Big parts of the characters' backstories can only be discovered if you search the environment and you you find certain diary entries or certain notes or newspaper clippings spread throughout the environment. You can miss huge parts of the characters' backstories if you miss certain pieces of pieces of information which are hidden in the environment. And of course, the monsters are supposed to be symbolic to the characters' sins. I thought this was kind of universal to every single Silent Hill game, but apparently that's not the case. Oh, hang on, I'll be quiet for this because this is just so awesome. Damn, I love that bit. Okay, so I always assumed that this was universal for every single Silent Hill game, that the monsters are supposed to represent the sins of the characters. For example, obviously the nurses, the sexy nurses in this game represent James's sexual frustrations. Pyramid Head is kind of the Punisher for James. He's the Punish James. I assumed like every single Silent Hill game, the monsters were there to represent the character's sins, but apparently that's not the case. In some Silent Hill games, like Silent Hill 1 and 3, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe in Silent Hill 1 and 3, the monsters are there just to be spooky monsters. They aren't supposed to represent or be symbolic to the character's sins or anything like that. They are just there to be spooky monsters for you to fight. And I was not aware of that. I always assumed that the monsters in every Silent Hill game were there to be symbolic, but apparently not. So most of the Silent Hill games, apparently they're just there to be spooky monsters for you to fight. They have no deeper meaning than that. I believe in Silent Hill 4 they're supposed to be symbolic to the main character, I believe. I haven't played that. Well, the only Silent Hill games I played are 1, 2 and Homecoming, so I'm not that knowledgeable in the Silent Hill lore, let's say.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
Okay, the reason I stopped there is because they let the conversation play out. If you go through that door, the conversation stops and you don't, you know, the dialogue stops. So I wanted to just let it play out and finish. The first time I played the game, I thought the conversation stopped, and then I went through the door, and as I went through the door, the conversation played again. There was like a pause at one point, so I was like, oh shit, and I ended up missing a big part of the conversation. Okay, so here we go with the final boss fight. The cool thing about this boss fight is that if you run out of ammo, or if you get to this boss fight and you have no ammo left, the boss fight is on a timer, so if you stay alive for like a certain amount of time, the boss fight just ends. Which is cool, because if you got to this boss fight with no ammo, there'd be no way to beat it. I mean, you cannot kill this boss fight with melee weapons. You have to use firearms. So I think it's cool that they thought of that. Because there's no ammo in this hallway, there's no ammo here, so if you did enter this boss fight with no ammo, you would be screwed. So it's cool that they thought of that. They accounted for a situation where the player would get here with no ammo.
Mary?
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary is dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No! I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
You know, for a final boss, I find this, I don't know, kind of odd. Like fighting Mary, it's kind of, you would think, yeah, that's kind of what I would expect to do, but her design, like, she morphs into this, like, weird demonic thing. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. I mean, how did they come up with this monster design exactly? It's not exactly what I would imagine for a final boss. She's just, like, in a metal frame, hanging upside down, flying about with bats. It's like, how did they come up with this? As far as, I'm not sure how you avoid the bat attack either. For this, I'm not sure what the strategy is. I just keep shooting her until she dies. I just keep shooting her, hoping she dies before I do. Which isn't too difficult. I mean, you know, I got plenty of healing items, so there's pretty much zero chance of me dying. Oh yeah, she has that tongue attack as well, if you get too close. But as for those bats, I have no idea how to dodge them. I'm not sure if you can even dodge them. Like, I'm not sure, maybe if you run fast enough you can dodge them, but I'm not too sure. They don't take off that much health anyway, so I don't really care. Like I said, I just shoot her until she dies. I don't really make much of an attempt to dodge her attacks or anything. And this is like the end of the game as well. Kill her and that's it. Game over. Two. Oh, okay, I'm running out of ammo for the rifle. I must have over like 100 shells for the shotgun though, so it's all good. Yep, 139 or 145. Oops. I've reloaded instead of equipped. There we go. Nope. Oh, okay. She must be close to dying. Yeah, there we go. Hey, goodbye, Mary.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life.
Oh, we got the leave
In my
ending.
restless
Okay.
dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Or maybe I
just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
What a game. So that was the leave ending. That's the first ending I got when I first beat the game as well. I think it's kind of the standard ending. James just leaves Silent Hill. I think that's kind of the standard ending that most people get the first time they play it. There's about 6 endings, I think. 2 of them are joke endings. They're just there for a laugh. One is a UFO ending. I can't remember the specifics. It's, I think, like, basically aliens come down and abduct James. It's something along those lines. I can't remember specifically. But it's something to do with a UFO. The other joke ending involves a dog. You find out a dog is the mastermind behind Silent Hill. A dog has been controlling everything. As for the other serious endings, there's another one where James leaves Silent Hill with Maria. So he leaves with Maria. There's another one where he goes to see the cult from the first game with intentions of asking them to resurrect Mary. which I think is a pretty interesting ending. But my favourite ending, and when I got this ending, I was like, whoa, that's kind of dark. I mean, it kind of shocked me with how dark it was. But my favourite ending is it's called the In Water ending. It's where basically James, he basically gets in his car and kills himself. He drives into the lake, and well, that's it. He just kills himself. He drives into the lake and drowns. It's quite a dark ending, quite a twisted ending, but I did quite like that one. It had the most finality to it, I guess. I don't know, it seemed like a natural conclusion to me. He can't deal with the guilt, so he decides to just end his life. I believe that's considered to be the canon ending as well. In future Silent Hill sequels, the other Silent Hill sequels, I believe, reference this at some point, which indicate that James kills himself, actually killed himself. So apparently that's the ending, which is canon. And it's also my favourite ending, so hey, no complaints from me. I'm not liking it just because it's grim, dark, or edgy. I just believe that ending, it seems like the most natural ending in my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but yeah, what a perfect game, right? And that music that's playing right now, it's good, but it's there's two different tracks which can play during the ending credits. I guess it's random which one plays. I was kind of disappointed that the other track isn't playing. My favourite, this game has great music anyway, but my favourite track in the game is called Promise. And sometimes Promise plays over the ending credits. I guess it's random. Either this track will play or the Promise song will play. The Promise song is awesome, and I'm kind of disappointed that didn't play over the ending credits. Because it's... You experience this really awesome game, and then that really awesome music just plays. And like the first time I played this game, I just experienced this really awesome game. Then that really kick-ass music was blasting over the ending credits, as opposed to this. Like, I like the music cue as well, the music that just played, but I'm just saying I prefer the other song, which sometimes plays over the ending credits, the Promise song. So I was kind of hoping that song would play over the ending credits, but whatever. That song was fine too, but I'm just saying I prefer the other song. Yeah, well, that's Silent Hill 2. I do plan on doing every Silent Hill sequel eventually one day. It's a shame that Silent Hills will never get made. Oh well, at this point it seems Silent Hills will never get made, which is a shame, but oh well. You know, like high-budget horror games is kind of like a dying art nowadays, it seems. I mean, we've had Alien Isolation, The Evil Within. Until Dawn is coming out soon, which I am very much interested in. As far as I can tell, it's supposed to be a slasher version of Heavy Rain. It's basically Heavy Rain, but a slasher movie, which I can get behind. That's something which definitely interests me. I'll definitely be checking out that game. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's the end of my Silent Hill 2 playthrough. I will get round to the Silent Hill sequels eventually. If I'm in the mood to record a Let's Play, which hopefully I will be. Like I said, I do want to record these videos, it's just I gotta be in the mood for it. And I don't mean to imply or insinuate that I don't like recording these videos, because I do. It's weird, it's just sometimes I gotta be in the mood, which is rare, and I don't mean to imply that I don't like recording these, because like I said, I do. It's just, I don't know, it's just sometimes I don't really feel up to it. But I do want to make these videos. I do want to make that clear. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. And so that's Silent Hill 2. Yeah, thanks for watching. I guess that's it. So, see ya.